Hello everybody. I know it's been like eons since I posted, but this year, this is the first year that we ever did it. That usually we had started growing in January, especially when we were in ground over here before the greenhouse. We would start planting, actually it would be February. It was always traditionally the week after the Super Bowl that we'd start planting, and it was warm enough in Arizona to keep things sustained and everything growing. And then we got the greenhouse. This is year number, I believe, number 3 with the greenhouse. But we went this year, and we really want to get 2 seasons in. We want to start in October, November, December, January, so like 120 day, and then possibly replant in or even going in January, and then replant February, March, April, May, and into June. But we started planting in October. Now, we're going to see how this goes. You can see the tomato plants. We planted those about 3 weeks ago, and already they're off to a phenomenal start. This is a big boy tomato right here that is doing wonderfully. This is an early girl. You can actually see, because the early girl, they already have tomatoes on it, and they're going phenomenally as well. We have 2. This is a Super Sweet 100, which is kind of like a cherry tomato, and they've already started to get some tomatoes on there. Another big boy back here, and then a early girl back here. Plenty of blossoms you can see on there, and another Super Sweet 100 here. We haven't done the Super Sweets in the past. We've done the Husky Reds. And so we figured, let's try the Super Sweets this time, see what goes on. This guy is just crazy. He's huge already, just incredible. We also have some jalapeno peppers in here. You can actually see one of the jalapeno peppers actually starting to come along, and they're doing phenomenal as well. Plenty of blossoms on it. It's really kicking. Rosemary right down here, and basil right here. We're actually going to use some of that basil tonight for a caprese salad that we're going to make. We did a variety of flower plants again. Now, last year, you know, we had a bunch of flower plants in here last year. Didn't have a lot of time, but they all kind of, we just, after June, July, we let them die out in here. That's June, July, August. Actually, it's more mid-June, July, August, September. There's nothing is going to grow in here. It's just not conducive to growing it. It's too tough. So what we're going to do this year, I have promised myself that when it does get too tough out here, I'm gonna build like a little shelving area back on the patio where we can take these back to and hopefully keep them going there. That way we can just transition them back in here instead of just letting them die off and having to start anew again. So that's it. The tomato plants doing phenomenal so much. I think they actually like this October, November weather better than March, April, May, going in the heat. They're just gangbusters. So this is what we're doing. Now, how this moves forward is, you can see back here that the back area takes up 1, 2, 3, 4 panes, all the same width as a side panel. What will occur is we've got these 4 side panels right here. And I'll back out some, sorry. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We've got a little bench here. The rest of this stuff can move over. That's our recycle, or our composting bin that we turn. But right here, these 2, and the water spigot is right there, that we can take these 2 out. We can take a 4-panel back end right off here and come 12 feet out along, that we can L this out. Now, what that's going to really get us is, number 1, the sun rises from there. We get nice early morning sunrise that's going to come here. We'll take on the one side, this first side right here, we'll do low-level plants. So you're talking like squashes, zucchini, stuff in that nature that we'll do raised beds again, and we'll put them along there. Along the back end, we'll do raised planters again, but we'll do trellising stuff that's going to be higher up, and it's going to still get sunlight even with the low-lying plants on this side. So beans, anything else that trellises up. Now that's going to give us an L shape here. It's going to be a nice little sitting area here where we've got the wood fire, or the little fire pit. And maybe we'll get from the outside here, once we L it out, we'll put a couple planters along there to do maybe like a blueberry bush or a raspberry bush or something in that nature. We'll figure it all out. Got plenty of pavers to work with here. Plenty of wood to burn, because wood ash is really good for the composting bin. You know, you get it in there, a lot of nitrogen that's building up and stuff in that nature. We may even complete it out with some other things over here that we have growing in some self-contained pots, stuff in that nature, to really make this nice and new. When monsoon season was here, June, the gate did not withstand it. It actually got toppled in. You can see I've got it working out right there that it's up and functional still at this point. But the idea is to get this gate out of here, and what will happen is it will be a rollback gate that will roll it this way, and it'll fit right behind the greenhouse there, so that we'll be able to open that up and have this nice and open if we want. Maybe, you know, a small half-height fence out there where people can walk by and see some of the phenomenal things that we're doing back here, because I take pride in this greenhouse and what we do here. It's awesome that we grow a lot of our own stuff: tomatoes, zucchini, green beans, herbs, all kinds of other vegetables, peppers. It's something that should be experienced by everybody, and it's something to grow and learn. Back here, this is still a work in progress, this side. And what I'm thinking, you see we have this tree, which is, I don't know, half dead. It's whatever. And then this little tree over here. These planters that have been here in existence since the beginning of time, since I've been here, they need to go. The trees need to go. This needs to, what I'm thinking is, when we get the front redone, we're going to have pavers. And when the front's redone, we'll bring a nice little walkway paver all the way to this gate. Now, when this gate gets replaced, all of these gates are going to get replaced. And the one back here and the one over on that side, they'll all get replaced. So we'll have same gates everywhere, the same kind of theme going on. But the pavers, and then come back here someday and pave this whole thing, put another tree back here for shade. So another tree, probably more middle courtyard area where the pavers are. And then it's always been the idea of, this is a bedroom right here, to knock this down to a doorway that would come out to this little area. And then you would have access to the whole garden area back here. Nice, peaceful, guests come, it would be beautiful. So that's just some of my ideas that I'm coming up with. Got to get the front done first. Once the front's done, then we can start thinking about this. A lot's going to go on back here too. I kind of chopped down the oleander recently to get him out of there. I'm trying to kill off all this grass that has grown up in this area. You can see it's almost dead. I'm going to yank it all out and then finally find a solution so that this grass doesn't grow in here. Also in the middle here. I'm not too worried about the middle so much though, because the idea was always, this is going to stay. We'll figure out that. This gets cut out. This gets cut out. in this whole front area, it's going to then have a walkway out to the grass area, and other solutions that are going to occur back here for what I exactly want. Solar's been doing good, kicking up about 16 to 17 kilowatt hours per day. In October, November, perfect. It takes care of all my needs. Still on about, if I pay $70 a month in electric bill, it's good. So, Grapevine, I gotta cut him back pretty soon. Almost all the leaves fall off. I wait until all the leaves fall off, and then I cut back so that he's ready for the next year. This year, we got some grapes out of him. It's year number 3. It took 3 years for that to really establish and get some grapes. I'm hoping year number 4 is even better. A lot of grapefruits going on, a lot of tangelos going on, a lot of oranges going on. And I think this orange tree is a lot happier now that oleander's gone, because he would shade him a lot. He would shade him a ton, and he's getting a lot more morning sunlight that he's so happy, and he's just going to keep on growing. Nothing else. Everybody, have a good day.